Hello everybody, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm the INSANEBRIT and this is the first News Friday of 2019. Yes, I haven't done them in a month and there's a particular reason for that. I haven't been feeling particularly motivated. Then again, there wasn't really a lot of news that I wanted to talk about, but whatever, I thought I'd knuckle down, find some news and get this underway. Um, so some news straight off the bat, before I go into any articles and stuff like that, is Resident Evil 2, the demo slash remake, or the remake, or the demo rather, in particular, what I'm going to be talking about, will release tomorrow. Well, no, actually today. Sorry, technically it's a News Friday. It's Friday. Apparently it releases today. So yeah, you can download that and play that. However, just to give you a warning that I'm not too sure how this works. In particular, I'm trying to find a way around it. Again, I'm assuming most people will, and this probably is the ploy. You'll only be able to play the demo for 30 minutes. So if you get not that far into the demo and you want to advance even further, which you possibly can if you rush through it, or maybe even complete it, dare I say, you're only going to get half an hour to play it. So it might even be a bigger demo, like more like an hour to actually play the game, but they're giving you half an hour. I don't know. It depends, or whatever. Maybe they give you 45 minutes, or maybe they feel that you should play it smart and actually complete it within 30 minutes because that's the actual general time limit, or because you're not going to be able to fight off every single zombie. Apparently that's what they're saying. Rather than take on every single zombie, which you want to take them all out, they are advising the following: find weapons, melee weapons of course, get a gun, conserve ammo, and don't kill every single zombie that you're going to be coming across. Be smart about it and push forward, just pretty much how you would do it in real life, you know what I mean, at least in theory. So yeah, you're only going to have a half an hour time limit. They may think, well, I just start the demo again, right? Well, apparently no, that is all you're going to get. Apparently it's going to register if you've played a certain amount of time on it, with that 30-minute limit, and then you will not be able to play the demo again. Now, a way of getting around it, at least I'm in theory, and somebody will figure this out anyway, and that would be to go onto another PSN account. Again, in theory. I think that's the way it would work. And I know most people got one or two accounts or whatever, so, and then maybe just say you spent 20, 30 minutes on it and didn't get that far, and then you're like, damn, I'll go to my other account and I'll go as fast as I can this time to advance further into the game, and maybe that's the way it will work. Again, I'm not too sure, but it just seems really bizarre how they're doing this, but of course that's a new way of doing things, but I suppose that generates hype anyway to give you a slice of the game instead of replaying it over and over again. They're encouraging you to talk about this game and go, this is how far I got, this is how far you got, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Do some comparisons there, and hopefully you'll buy the game, you know what I mean? So it's a new way of doing things, but it definitely has got people talking, and a little bit hyped, a new way of doing things. Remember, it is a zombie survival game, and they have gone back to their horror roots, so, that's the way it's going to be. When I say the roots, it's just a remake, but a decent remake kind of thing. But it's going to be interesting either way. Maybe I'll get to play it, and maybe I'll upload that for you. I'm not a horror fan in respects to Resident Evil. Not that I haven't played the games. I played 5 and 6. But yeah, maybe I'll give that a go if I can get my hands on it. It'll be out in a day though, or whatever. I don't know. See how I react to that. I have got a demo of Resident Evil 7 or whatever it was with the family. That is on my channel. I might link it up here actually. Yeah, that might be fun for you to watch if you didn't know I actually played the demo of it. So moving on from that. Sorry guys, I'm just so... Alright, I'm 4 minutes into this video actually. That's not too bad. I just haven't done News Friday in so long that bit weary of thinking, what am I doing next? The next story is about Fortnite. The CEO behind Fortnite is now worth $7 billion US. Now, don't get me wrong, he hasn't just created Fortnite. There's a whole lot more going on behind the scenes there. But I just thought I'd report on this. The man in charge of the company that makes Fortnite is now worth $7 billion US. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney is number 194 on the Bloomberg Billionaires Index of the world's 500 richest people. Though Fortnite is not the money-making powerhouse, much of Sweeney's wealth comes from years of running a widely successful gaming company. The man in charge of the company that makes Fortnite is now worth $7 billion. Epic Games CEO, blah blah blah. Oh. Sweeney isn't confirming the number himself. It's based on the presumed sale of Epic Games stock during a recent venture in fundraising round. Based on the list, Sweeney is now worth 7 billion. That puts him above better well-known billionaires like George Soros, George Lucas, but still well below Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos or whatever, the guy who owns Amazon, who's going through a divorce. He's currently worth 140 billion. They spent 25 years together or something or other, and it's like 140 billion. My maths isn't that good, but is it like 70 billion you got to give her or some shit? Fuck that. Whatever. I have an opinion on that. I won't go into any further detail. But it's cheaper. You know what I mean? Than paying 70 billion, but whatever, hey. The game now has over 200 million players and is available on a whopping 7 different platforms: iPhone, Android, PC, Mac, Xbox and PS4, and Nintendo Switch, and I still haven't fucking played it. Victory. Well, I have played it. I didn't fucking like it. I'm not recording it or anything like that. Shit. I just don't like the game. It's not my type of thing. And all those players means hundreds of millions of dollars in monthly revenue. Well, obviously, but Fortnite isn't how Sweeney makes his billions. Through years of work as CEO at Epic Games, Sweeney has amassed a wealth of running a widely successful gaming company. Epic Games makes it, for an instance, and this is where the real money comes in over a period of time. Unreal Engine, of course, if you've played most games, of course, PS3 generation, or I think it's PS3 generation, and definitely PS4, whatever. Unreal Engine supports a lot of games. I can't even think of a name actually, but I remember seeing Unreal Engine before the game starts up, whatever. Unreal Engine, a set of tools used to build some of the world's biggest games, including Fortnite, of course. When the game developers and publishers sell games made with Unreal Engine, Epic Games gets a cut. So that's nice. They're getting a piece of that pie from many, many different games, and that's why his company in particular is like so successful. Blah blah blah. It's a brilliant move from Sweeney & Co. that offers not only new retail options, but a far larger cut of the game sellers of their own profits. As the chart above demonstrates, Epic Games is offering an 88% revenue split, while Steam and other digital retailers like Apple and offer only about 70%. With forward-looking moves like Epic Games Store and continuing success, Fortnite, Sweeney position on the 500 richest list is only going to increase in the coming years. Basically they're launching, that was referring to, they're launching an online storefront for game developers and publishers. The Epic Games Store designed to take on Valve and Steam services. So they're coming up with a store, they've got enough money to run it, by the way, and with all the money coming in generally, they're going to invest in their own store, so I suppose maybe they won't be held to rent. It gives them another option. Having said that, I find that when it comes to different stores like Valve, Steam is my PC. Whenever I'm going to buy a PC game, I go Steam. Whenever it comes to the store in respects to PlayStation, I always go to, I go to a PlayStation store and obviously Xbox, right? In theory. I don't buy a lot of digital games, but I always check what the prices are, and then I'll see if I'm often buy physical unless it's on a deal with the PSN store. So those are my options: Amazon, Steam, and PS Store, whatever, right? Those 3 big hitters right there. The problem is when you go to like Battlefield, I think they've got their own store or whatever, or EA or whatever. I don't go to any of those places because it requires me to sign in, sign up, download, and I don't. The deals ain't any better or whatever, so I don't know. But he's going to be a multi-platform thing, I think. I'm hoping anyway, where they're bringing loads of different games, so it's more for you to look at than just a bunch of big random games. Like I think Ubisoft has got a store, but if you go to the Ubisoft store, we're only going to have Ubisoft games. If you have a company or a store, that sells Ubisoft games, EA games, Activision, Call of Duty, and indie games and everything else, you're going to get a big mixture of people wanting to come there, like Steam. That's why it's so successful, picking up so many people buying so many different games on their platform. Well, that's one of the reasons anyway. So, whatever, they're launching that, but I don't know if it would be a venture I look into. But then again, like I said, it's taken on Valve or Steam. I don't know. Steam's just so well known. It's like dug its heels in for generations, like Amazon at this point, or Blockbuster with renting video. That's where you went to do it. So, who knows? Good luck with that venture, but you're already worth 7 billion, so whatever. Next story is we're going to talk about Spider-Man. Now, I'm hoping to have Spider-Man in the next 1 or 2, or in the next week or whatever. My friend's coming down; he's going to visit, so I might be doing a playthrough of that at some point. I'll have to release other videos in the meantime, but I'll try and knock that out as soon as I can, kind of thing. But anyway, yeah. So Marvel Games is teasing a Fantastic Four content coming to the PS4. Spider-Man. Now, I thought when I originally saw this was going to be a standalone game, and I thought Spider-Man's been very successful. Why not go down this route of superhero games and let them do it? You know, just give them a license, and they would do well on it. I don't know, whatever. But apparently, this is DLC. Insomniac Games rewarded fans this year with their PlayStation 4 exclusive Spider-Man, which abandoned decades of potentially hindering comic continually to construct their own version of the Marvel Universe. It was a risky move and that worried fans, but gave developers the ultimate freedom to use the Marvel Universe as their playground. And it paid off big. A new look at the various relationships in Peter Parker's life allowed characters like Miles Morales to experience, I forgot that last name, right, to experience their own origin story along with Spider-Man. Oh, sorry, alongside Spider-Man in a way that comics didn't. With villains like Otto Octavius becoming more central to the life of Peter Parker. The game's universe was so well received, it has recently been adapted to the comics with the PS4 Spidey Earth 10848 whatever appearance in Spider-Geddon event. Marvel's Spider-Man has continued breathing life into new characters through dedicated DLC content and introduces new reimagined characters like Black Cat and Hammerhead. Never heard of them, but I'm not familiar with the Spider-Man universe. I really ain't. It's never really interested me compared to Batman, for example. Blah, blah, blah. A number of new story chapters, challenges, and importantly, new suits they are going to release in the City That Never Sleeps. Recently completed DLC. Its DLC release leaving fans wanting more, so Marvel Games made a fantastic live stream announcement about upcoming new content which may involve Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four. Blah, blah, blah. As one could imagine, they were all a lot of guessing as to what this vague tease could mean, and the general consensus being a few new costumes that could make their appearance in the game. Spider-Man has recently been associated with Fantastic Four since the very first issue of The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 1, and has worn a number of related costumes over the years, from the Bloombastic bag man outfit to the black and white Future Foundation suit. Of course, there is always a possibility of a new set of DLC featuring the Fantastic Four, or even just Spidey's best bud Johnny Storm Human Torch may be on the horizon, considering we've seen the end of a city that never sleeps. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, the announcement came as part of Marvel's Fantastic Four, The Greatest Week Fantastic Four, which were previously revealed by former Blizzard developers. Second Dinner are working on a new video project with Marvel. The news followed interesting change in Marvel Games' Twitter profile, teasing a Fantastic Four, which led to believe the Second Dinner team working on an FF-related project. However, this could be more recent tease. Fantastic Four Spider-Man PS4 edition be the reason the profile picture changed. Blah blah blah. So they're basically saying that they're basically teasing it on their Twitter that Fantastic Four DLC may be coming to Spider-Man. Who knows? But that'd be interesting. I'd like it because there's always got sorry, let me switch back to the camera. There's plenty of crossovers in universes of comic books and stuff like that. They're well known for it. So it wouldn't be a big surprise if essentially one of these other comic books came over into the game in the form of DLC. Who knows? I'm hoping this opens the floodgates for future computer games comic books. I mean, we've had great success with Batman in Rocksteady doing their Batman thing. Spider-Man's been like a second one, and then like you know, there's so much more potential there if it's taken seriously. Like I don't know, what do you call it, Fantastic Four. Then you've got I think we've had a game like the Hulk before and stuff like that, but they were just, I don't know, I don't really take them seriously, or there was nowhere near successful as compared. They were kind of gimmicky. I think they were based off the movies, and it was very blasé. But if you give the company free range to do what they do, in respects to look what Rocksteady did with Batman as a formula, then you take that, put it to Spider-Man or whatever, and you know, open world as well. The possibilities are endless, and Marvel or even DC, whoever decides these things, will make profit. Everyone's hankering for a Superman game as well. That'd be interesting to see how that works out. They've already done it with the fighters, but that's very controlled, constricted, where the fighting moves are there. You put Superman in there. They got the license for that. He punches a few people. They tell a story. It's not really, you know what I mean? It's not fleshed. It is fleshed out. It's got loads of characters in it, but it's not like what we want as a standalone game. It's not as good as the Batman series could. So you know, they're just fighting games with many other characters. And I'm not a big fan of fighting games, so they don't really interest me that much. But I would like to see a fully fledged superhero games coming out. We've got Batman, we've got Spider-Man now. Let's see some other superheroes. That's what I say. That just, I feel it paves the way. Next up we have Devil May Cry. Now I've played all the Devil May Cry games. Devil May Cry 5 campaign length confirmed, and more characters have been teased. Devil May Cry 5 director Hideki Itsuno had just dropped a ton of juicy new details on the upcoming Capcom game during an interview with the Korean website GameShot, including the campaign's length and possibility of more playable characters. Good news for anyone really hoping to get their teeth stuck into the latest demon slaying adventure. Itsuno confirmed that this could be the longest. Be one of the longer DMC games. He suggested internal playthroughs of the campaign are being beaten in around 15 hours. Really? I mean, I think 15 hours, I mean, maybe it was 8 or 9 hours. I don't remember how long they were when I played them. It was years ago, back on the PS3, and I absolutely love them. I don't plan on playing the HD remake or anything like that. I really don't. I don't want to go back to them. They were good. They're good, but and I advise playing them if you haven't played the DMC universe. If you're planning on picking this one up, but I'm not really interested in going back and playing them. While that might sound a little brief to some, anyone who's played Devil May Cry game, therefore, will know that 15 hours is about right for the game of this kind. Well, I like I said, I thought it was about 15 hours in general, but I can't remember. It's years ago. These aren't the open world epics with dozens of side quests and dungeons, but a tight, fast-paced ride through linear levels packed with monsters to kill. Some of the locations are really good, you know, but I get it. The cutscenes are fantastic, really, where they play off. It's ridiculous. Still, if you're not happy with the idea of 15-hour campaign, Itsuno has also talked about the possibility of introducing more playable characters further down the line in the game, so possible DLC. If it does well upon the release, we already Dante, Nero, and new arrival V, whoever that is. So a fourth character is sure to add to the replay value. Okay. It was recently confirmed that brand new Devil May Cry 5 playable demo will be released on PlayStation 4, Xbox on February 7th. Okay, the full game launches on March 8th on Xbox, PC, PS4 and Xbox One. Okay, so Devil May Cry coming in with a bunch of, some new characters, possibly another one, and also going to be around 15 hours long in respect to that. But I think that's kind of average, or at least in theory. I mean, if I played, just say 9 to 12 hours of Devil May Cry back in the day, 15 hours ain't that long, you know what I mean, compared. Like, a little bit of added on, a few hours, but whatever. If you told me it was a 25-hour campaign, then yeah, I would say that is like extensive, but it is what it is. My final story for this week's News Friday is movie news. Batman's solo movie could reportedly start shooting in November. Of course, I'm a Batman fan. Reports indicate Matt Reeves, the Batman, will begin shooting in November. Per the Hollywood Reporter, Heat Vision newsletter via Batman News. It appears that the solo flick is likely to begin filming by November 2019. THR's Aaron Couch, what a stupid name, and Boris Kit, discussed the news with Couch, presuming Ben Affleck won't be donning the black cowl. Upon Couch asking when we might get some news on the Batman's casting, Kit said the script is basically in, although Reeves will continue tweaking it and working on it, and I'm hearing the studio wants to start shooting in November, so let's say between now and then, ? The Batman has been through a complicated journey during the planning and its pre-production stages in 2017, where Batman actor Ben Affleck claimed that he would be directing the Batman solo film. Only weeks later, it was confirmed that he would not be directing the film, but would remain on the project as an actor/producer. Since then, various rumours have begun to surface that Ben Affleck might not reprise his role after all, and instead would finish his tenure of the DC Extended Universe as Batman in Suicide Squad 2. Matt Reeves, known for his work on the War of the Planet of the Apes and Cloverfield, was later announced as co-writer and co-producer and director for the film. He said last year, that he intends to film the Batman in 2019, confirming that the movie won't be a year one adaptation. Okay, oh god, I couldn't stand. The movie won't be year one adaptation. So Batman Year One was like some kind of redoing of the Batman. I can't remember how good or bad it was, but oh no, I don't. I'm not a fan of that. I'm glad they're not going down that route. Who knows? It's almost like they're trying to look at it as a reboot in many ways. Of course, with a new Batman. Uh, blah blah blah. Hold on, sorry. Let me get back to that. He also clarified that the Batman will be part of the DCEU. So that's the DC something. That's a new thing they've got going on with the DC universe, and it looks pretty good. I'm not too sure what the EU stands for. I can't remember, but it's pretty good though. I know that for a fact. I got excited about it when I first saw it. That it was this new whole thing that they were making. I think they were saying about Dark or something. They were going down that route. Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, that isn't it. There was another. Was that Marvel? I'm unsure. Either way, it's another Batman movie. I'm definitely going to. My opinion on that though is that I want to definitely see another Batman film. More Batman, more better. Ben Affleck is a good actor. I thought he played it good, but at the same time he was bitching about it and was like, "Oh, I don't want to do it now." But I'm like, dude, you signed on to a legendary hero, play the roles for about 3 or 4 films, and stop moaning. And he doesn't want to do that, so just fucking get rid of him. And hopefully we have an actor who wants to play Batman long term, so we'd have to keep changing the actors. Disappointed Christian Bale won't be reprising the role, whatever, or returning it, whatever, because he was my favorite Batman thus far. Ben Affleck didn't do badly, but to be fair, his movie suffered from the following: poor script, poor directing, or whatever. It was just that was it. It was just basically bad storytelling, and that can devastate a movie. A lot of the time, it's not the actors that are shit. It's the dialogue or the story or how they've gone about it. And the actor could be the best actor in the world, but he's going to suffer from poor shit writing. And that's what fans will allude to when it comes to some movies, especially Batman vs Superman. I still can't believe how shit that film was. Ugh. Anyway, guys, that is it for this week's News Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A couple of news stories there. I managed to get. Apparently, I've been rambling for 20 minutes. Apparently, it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Of the first News Friday of 2019. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links will be in the description below. And I will see you next time. Or you can donate to me via PayPal. Don't forget to check out my Resident Evil demo playthrough. I'll leave it up here, actually. And maybe you guys get a kick out of it to see me play Resident Evil. Anyway, guys, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.